Hi, I'm Slavik with iDrinkCoffee.com. Today I'm presenting the HeyCafe 880 lab grinder. The 880 is what we call a shop grinder, and that means that it's designed to be used inside a coffee shop. The primary use is to grind full bags of coffee for your customers so they can take them home and use your coffee if they don't have a grinder of their own. The grinder is a little bit more versatile if you want to grind something else other than full bags of coffee. It can be easily used as a grinder for batch brewing, like for this Fetco 2131, and I'll be showing you how to do that a little bit later. Or it could be used for other methods like Chemex, pour over, what have you, right in your shop. To present the HeyCafe 880 Lab, I'm going to go over its features and then I'm going to show it to you in action. We'll do a couple of different things and you can see if this is the right grinder for your business. The 880 comes in two different configurations, and the one on the left here is the standard or the tall version, and the one on the right is the S or the short version, and the only difference between these is the height. The tall is 68.5 centimeters tall, and the short is 58.5, so 10 centimeters lower. Inside, the grinders are exactly the same, the hoppers are the same, and the price is the same as well, so it's really just a matter of preference. The grinder comes in two different colors, and that's of course black and white, and both the short and the tall come in both of these colors, and again, that's a matter of your preference. On the inside, the 880 has 84 millimeter hardened steel burrs, and the manufacturer says that it can grind about 450 grams per minute. That's about a pound of coffee per minute. The hopper, which is up here, is just on a hinge, so you open the hinge up. That fits 2.2 pounds or 1 kilogram. So you can grind a full kilogram of coffee and just put that right in your hopper and grind right into the bag. Here is the adjustment knob, which is very easy to use. It moves quite smoothly, and it is stepless adjustment. So theoretically, there's an infinite amount of adjustment. And HeyCafe includes a legend that goes from Turkish all the way through espresso and drip, percolator to very coarse coffee, and you just adjust that by going clockwise or counterclockwise. You of course go clockwise to make it finer, counterclockwise to make it coarser. And below that we have the chute. This is of course where the coffee comes out of. The chute has a bag clip, so you can clip a bag on there to hold it in place while you're grinding. And this little device here, that's just a little shaker to shake residual coffee out of the chute. The retention on this should be quite low, and I'm also going to measure that shortly. On the tall version, there's a feature where you can adjust the height of the ground tray. Here I have it in the lowest position, but I can put it in the middle position or in the top position, whatever my preference is. You can use that to rest something if you're grinding into a dosing cup or something like that. The power switch is up here, and that's how we run the grinder. It's a 3-position switch. It's a little unusual because the top position's off, the middle position's on, and it's on right now, but it's not running. In order to make it run, you have to go to the run position, and then of course the grinder begins grinding, and to turn it off, we put it into the off position. The grinder includes a toolkit with a couple of screwdrivers and an Allen key if you need to make adjustments or if you need to clean the grinder. And there's also a little brush to clean up inside the chute. That's included inside the box. Let's see this grinder in action. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to brew a batch of coffee, because that's going to take a little bit longer. It's going to take a few minutes. And this is a Fetco 2131 batch brewer. I'm going to be doing a 3-liter batch. So I like to do 10 grams of coffee for every 250 milliliters or 40 grams per liter. So I'm going to be doing a 120 gram dose into my filter. So I'm just going to come over here to my scale, and I'm going to tare it with this pitcher on, because I'm actually going to grind into this pitcher. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 120 grams of coffee inside this pitcher. And I'm also going to weigh it on the way out to see how much retention there is. That's 120.1 grams on my scale. And I'm just going to put this into the hopper. I'm going to raise this to the the middle position. Probably even utilize the bag clipper. And I'm doing auto drip, so I'm going to put it at around 5 and grind my coffee. Now to get everything out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it running and just use this little spring here to get any additional coffee out. and then turn it off. And let's see how much coffee we got out. I got 117.6 grams. So the retention is about 2.5 grams, which honestly for a grinder of this size is actually quite remarkable. So I'm just gonna take this coffee over to my filter here. Throw it in there. And I'm gonna brew a batch of coffee. That's gonna take about 5.5 minutes. Now, while that's brewing, I'll show you how you can grind a full bag of coffee, and I'm also gonna time it. This is a 12-ounce bag of coffee, so 340 grams, which is a fairly standard size in the specialty industry. And I'm gonna throw the coffee up here, and I actually have another bag right here that I'm going to grind into. I'm going to grind into the top. And to do this, I just want to adjust this grinder to the lowest section. Put my bag holder in place, so just kind of like that. Maybe I'll do a little bit lower. I'm just going to put my timer in place here, and I'm going to start running it. And again, this is at the auto drip setting. So if I had a finer setting, it might take a little bit longer, but this will give us an idea of how long it takes to grind 340 grams or 12 ounces of coffee. So it looks like it's finishing up. That took 1 minute and 2 seconds. 340 grams took 1 minute and 2 seconds, which is a little bit slower than the manufacturer says, but that also does depend on your fineness setting. At a coarser setting, it would have been faster. And now I can just remove the bag. And of course I would seal this, but I don't have a sealing machine here, and I have a bag of coffee that I can give my customers so they can enjoy at home. So my batch brew is complete here, so the only thing to do is move this a little forward and pour myself a cup of coffee. Just like that. I'm going to slide this back actually and enjoy. It's fantastic. The Fedco does a great job of brewing, and the HeyCafe did a fantastic job of grinding. HeyCafe is a brand that may be new to some consumers in North America. However, it is part of the Hemro Group. The Hemro Group is not only one of the largest, but also one of the most respected grinder manufacturers in the world. They have 4 brands under their umbrella. You have the world famous Malconic, Deeding, and Anthem, and HeyCafe is also among those. So you know that the ownership is very experienced and can be relied upon. The great thing about the HeyCafe 880 Lab grinder is its accessibility. This grinder is priced at an attainable level even for smaller businesses or smaller roasters, so you can offer your customers ground coffee if that's what they like, or you can brew different types of coffee in your cafe as well. If you have any questions about the 880 Lab or any one of our products, please feel free to reach out to idrinkcoffee.com. We're always happy to help. Also, please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this about coffee grinders, coffee machines, espresso machines, everything to do with coffee. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Okay, we'll pick it up from there. Next scene.